Hello everyone, my name is Juliana Zinchenko and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you guys my process on how I created this Halloween costume from last year. All of my girly girls will know where this costume is from. If you know me, you know I am a huge fan of Victoria's Secret and I miss their fashion shows so much. I even did a whole video essay on how incredible their brand was. This is an outfit worn by Candice Swanepoel from their Country Girls section from their 2010 show. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I love Southern culture, so I really wanted to pluck one of the costumes from the Country Girls section. I feel like it was very fitting for where I live. When I was a little girl, I was so excited for December to come around because I knew it was Victoria's Secret fashion show time. I have an older sister and she got me into the fashion show and I was like, what is this? Who are all these beautiful women and these beautiful costumes, and they have so much confidence, and costumes, sewing, fashion, it's my life. So I was in awe of this show. There was something just so beautiful and feminine and tasteful and classy about the Victoria's Secret fashion show that I think is really hard to find today. I posted this costume on my TikTok and a lot of the comments were, how did you make this? And although this video is not a tutorial on how to make this costume, I walk you guys through the process on how I found the fabrics and how I created this silhouette. And the most exciting part about this video is I'm giving away this costume to one of you guys. This is by far, hands down, my favorite thing that I've ever made. I had so much fun wearing it out for Halloween. I felt like such a girly girl in it, and it's been in my closet for a year, and I'm like, I need another girl to feel what I felt in this costume. So I'm really, really pumped to give it to one of you guys. A lot of the comments were, are you selling it? Are you selling it? And I wanna make a deal with y'all. Everyone keep their money and invest it, and I'll be giving away this for free. Okay, do we have a deal? Pinky swear? You can't break a pinky swear. They're very, very serious, okay? So let's get into how you can win this costume for this Halloween. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button to know when I have new video essays and sewing videos out. Like, share, comment, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more fashion content. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you gotta do when recreating a costume is gather the photos and analyze them like crazy to figure out how you're gonna make it. So here is the front and the back of this costume. And the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is how I found the fabrics. Luckily, this costume has prints that are pretty easy to find. So we're just going to go to Etsy. Etsy is one of my favorite places to find fabrics. We're just going to search for some gingham fabric here. Gingham fabric is a light to medium weight cotton or cotton blend fabric made with dyed yarn woven using a plain weave to form a checkered pattern. The difference between woven fabrics and knit fabrics is knit fabrics stretch and woven fabrics do not. And a plain weave is a common and basic style of weave in which the weft yarn alternates over and under the warp yarn. And if you watch my sewing tutorials, you know what weft and warp mean. One of the most famous gingham costumes is Dorothy's blue dress in Wizard of Oz, worn by Judy Garland. So as I was searching on Etsy, I found this red and white gingham fabric. It was perfect for this costume and the first layer of the skirt. This is what it looks like in person. It is such a great fabric. And here it is on the final costume. As you can see, it is a perfect match to Candice Swanepoel's costume. And for the top layer of the skirt, I got this medium-sized gingham at Joann Fabrics, which is another place I love to get my fabrics. And it's nice because most people have a Joann Fabrics near them, or at least like 30 minutes away. Now moving on to the fabric of the bra and the panties, or in my case, the little shorts, because I didn't want to wear panties out. So I could tell by looking at Candice Swanepoel's costume that it is seersucker fabric, and I can tell because seersucker fabric has a very distinct look. It kind of looks wrinkly if I were to put it in my own words. Seersucker fabric is a lightweight cotton fabric with alternating crinkled and smooth stripes. It is often striped but can also be check or solid. As you can see here, it has this wavy, wrinkly texture. And again, you can see that in her costume. There's some texture to the fabric. Back to Etsy, I found identical fabric. We are doing so good, guys. We're striking gold when it comes to matching these fabrics. Now we're going to find the second layer to the skirt, and this is called eyelet fabric. Eyelet fabric has teeny pattern cutouts that are often completed with embroidered threads. So let's go back to Etsy and do some searching. There's a lot of really cute options on Etsy for eyelet fabric, but I thought this one looked identical to Candice Swanepoel's costume, so I was really excited about that. As for the bottom of this eyelet fabric, I put fray check on it, and fray check just simply stops fabric from unraveling at the edges. Alright, so now that we have found all of our fabrics, we are going to work on the cardigan, and I do not know how to crochet, so I need to find a red crochet cardigan and rework that. I first searched on Etsy and I found this red crochet cardigan, and it's really nice, really cute, but I wasn't feeling it, so I wanted to do more searching, and I found this one on Depop and thought it was so perfect. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how I reworked this cardigan. The first thing that I did was chop off the bottom and then sew it to fit my bodice. And it has 2 ties here, and I just cut those 2 ties off. I put in boning and then attached hook and eyes. And as for the lace crochet trim at the bottom of the cardigan, I got this in the trim section at Joann Fabrics. As you can see on Candice's costume, she has white crochet at the bottom. Now I'm going to show you guys how I mimicked the shape of her shoulders. Here is what my costume looks like. I really liked this part of the costume because just like with the hips, it's exaggerating the shoulders. When you look at her costume, you can see there's something inside her sleeve that's helping it keep this rounded shape. I'm not quite sure what they used, but what I decided to do was take the bottom half of the cardigan that I chopped off and cut a circle in it. And then I stuffed that circle with tulle as I sewed it on to the shoulder. And it still gave me that exaggerated shoulder pad look. Next, we're going to search for the crochet flowers. Back to Etsy we go. I swear I got this whole costume off of Etsy. So I'm gonna type in crochet flower, and here are a couple options. At first, I was looking at these flowers, but just didn't feel like they were a close enough match, so I wanted to do some more searching. And I'm so happy I did, because I found these guys, which are a almost perfect match to Candice's costume. See, she's got the yellow flowers with the white in the middle and the white flowers with the yellow in the middle. It's just chef's kiss. Now I'm going to show you guys how I created the silhouette of this costume, which is the best part about it. So what we're going to type in is a pannier, and this is what it looks like. Panniers or side hoops are women's undergarments worn in the 17th and 18th centuries to extend the width of the skirts at the side, while leaving the front and back relatively flat. Panniers provided support for the era's voluminous gowns. They also tested a woman's natural grace. The ability to carry oneself elegantly and with the impression of ease, despite such cumbersome undergarments, was a learned skill and a marker of high social status. Now for a little bit more on panniers, we're going to read out of Survey of Historic Costume. The French called these hoops panniers, which means basket. Some hoops did produce the visual effect of perching a basket on either hip. However, the term was derived from the fact that both baskets and panniers might be made of wicker. In England, they were more likely to be called hoops. The extreme width of their skirts forced ladies to enter rooms sideways. And then here is another picture. It says here the wide skirts of the dresses are supported by a frame called panniers depicted in this drawing. The exaggeration of the feminine bodice has been a periodic theme in Western fashion for several hundred years. This is the one that I went with. I got it off of eBay. This was too big for the look that I was going for, so what I did is I chopped off all the layers except for the top one. And then I went ahead and cut off the waistband because we're not going to want that for our look. I wanted to sew it to my own waistband, which was made out of the medium gingham fabric, so everything looked super clean and the pannier was hidden. I'm gonna lift up the skirt to show you guys what it looks like. As you can see here, I sewed it to my waistband. And then another thing that I added, which is an important part of this costume, is tulle underneath each layer. And the reason I put tulle is so that the skirt has more volume and also has a nice rounded shape. As you can see here, no tulle versus with tulle, there is a huge difference. And then here I am draping the bra. And then here is a little bit of my process of sewing the bra. Alright y'all, that is it for the creation of my 2022 Halloween costume inspired by the Victoria's Secret fashion look worn by Candice Swanepoel. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn how to sew, I have sewing tutorials right here on this YouTube channel and sewing patterns to go along with them. All of my downloadable sewing patterns are on my Etsy shop, which I will have linked below. I really want one of you guys to have this for this Halloween, so no worries. I'm gonna get this costume to one of you guys before October 31st. So you can have a unique custom-made costume for this year that no one else will have. You are winning the costume contest this year, okay? Mark my words, you are winning, okay? Let me know down below your favorite segment, your favorite fashion show, your favorite angel, your favorite costume. I love Victoria's Secret talk, so let me know. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and thank you for stopping by. Mwah.